Hey,
Great intro. Good intro.
Planet Pariah, episode 19. It's me, Noah, of course, the boy with the seizures and strokes, and my friend to my right, Valerie.
Wow.
Uh, I is the Red Bull kicking in? I don't get affected by stuff like that. I think I'm just nervous. I don't know why. I'm scared of everything
Oh
recently.
no.
Um,
Just before you came here, like you just mentioned how it's nice outside,
yeah, it's really
and
nice.
I said I know because my car alarm was going off,
Excuse me.
and it never
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
So I was like, and you hear like car alarms go off, but you're not sure if it's your car.
You wouldn't expect it to be.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah,
why would
exactly.
it be? Yeah.
So like, I was like, that's not me, but I grabbed my keys anyways, and I turned my like lock to like turn it off,
Mm-hmm.
and then it turns off. I was like, holy shit, that was me. So then I go out there, put my shoes on, and go out there to see if like anything was happening, because like what the hell.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is somewhat like our neighborhood, because like we've been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
So like I'm never like unsafe here.
Really?
No, yeah, what the
Okay.
fuck? I know the area. And then so I go out there, and it's just this old man walking really slow, and then like a mom who's like walking faster than him, like almost like taking care of him.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck? And like I was looking at them, and then like from her side eye she was looking at me, but she wouldn't turn her head.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, is this just an act? Like were they actually like trying to fuck with my car?
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just kind of stayed there for a bit until they kept going like behind my house toward the park. But yeah, I don't know, that happened. That was weird.
Did you check your car?
Yeah, I did.
You
I walked around it, and I was looking at them, and then yeah, I don't know.
Dang. You gotta get cameras, dude.
Yeah.
See what they were doing.
We used to have cameras.
Maybe old man tripped and hit his head on the back of your car, and they were just too ashamed of what just happened.
I
And
know.
old man tried to waddle off, and she tried to go faster because she was embarrassed too. That's just my narrative,
I
though.
don't know.
But I didn't see them, so. Was it an old man, like old?
Yeah, he
Huh.
seemed like he had trouble walking, but then again, why would he be out this far? I think it was just a little act.
Hey, man. Old people, they travel. They adventure, and they smell like old death. They smell like death.
It's like The Visit. They're gonna be back.
But naked.
Yeah. Anyways, I was gonna ask you any like sim update.
Oh, okay. So I was expecting it to come up or whatever, but I haven't played since because I'm afraid of the commitment aspect of asking her to marry me, and then what comes next. But I living life or whatever, going out and experiencing things. My grandparents, or my great grandma and my grandpa, are in town now, and so I spent all yesterday evening in downtown Austin with them or whatever, with my family too, and we went to Chewy's, the first one in Austin, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's super small and all compact and stuff. And when I was in there, I realized oh man, I really hate this. I hate being this close to people. I hate all the noises. It's I just want to leave, but I can't because that'd be rude. And I was like, dude, it's the lone wolf trait from The Sims. I thought it was so exaggerated in the game, but literally it's spot on.
It's you.
And I was like, dang it.
Wow.
But yeah, and then I just slowly realized this character that I created, I was like, it's kind of like that, but it's exaggerated because it's a video game. No, it's exactly it emulates real life. So we live in a simulation. But yeah, I thought that was funny. No, I haven't played the game though because it's just I've been doing other stuff. Not really.
Yeah.
But I just Oh, I did go back and whenever I put the video clip into whatever episode that was that we were talking that I brought it up, the Woohoo episode.
I think 17.
17, yeah. Her name is Bea or Bella.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Bella. So me saying babe during the episode is pretty close.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, last name Goth, hot.
Speaking of video games, I was actually curious about this. This could be a topic, but I was
Sure.
actually curious because, first off, aside that, did you see? Because when we were younger, you played games with I had a whole group, and Modern Warfare 2 was a big thing.
Yeah.
Did you see on May 30th the Modern Warfare announcement?
I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw there was an announcement, and they kind of like revamped the series.
Yeah, you should really watch the trailer because.
I heard it's like Zero Dark 30. It was like super realistic, and it was like all like you're in the action. It's like oh.
Yeah, and they have like people from like the last game, like Captain. I forgot his name.
Soap.
Uh,
Fisher. No, I don't,
I don't know. I don't know.
Honestly, I was never attached to those games stories.
I don't know. A lot of people were just making jokes like, "Forgive me, I'm gonna go back to my old ways," like all these things. Anyways, the main thing was, alright, you like pop your disc in the Wii U, anything. You put on Mario Kart. Which character do you play as? Because every time we played, you would pick like, like the weird ones, like Waluigi, like
that
shit like that. Weird. So.
Well, it depends. Okay, so I'll let you finish your question.
Because like, who was your go-to? Blah blah blah. Because I have mine, and like I stick to that. Which mine was Toad, and I love Toad.
Little annoying shit. Yeah.
That wasn't annoying. Toad is like so superior in every Mario game. No. Anyways, he's in every game, whether he's hosting it or he's a part of it. Every game.
It depends on which Mario Kart we're playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So, like, the newer ones where it's, like, you have the 3 classes. You have, like, the little babies, the lightweights, and then you have, like, a medium weight, then you have the heavyweights.
Yeah, and large, yeah.
For, like, the Mario Kart 8, I think it is. Is that the most recent one? Or is there one for Switch?
No, the one they made, they just moved that one over to the Switch.
Okay, they just ported it over. Okay, yeah, so Mario Kart 8. I've kind of played as everybody, but usually my go-to is the villager because I feel like he looks like me.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like a DLC add-on.
Yeah.
But okay, so base game, probably I played as the most shy guy.
Shy guy? Okay.
Yeah. And then like going back to like the first Mario Kart I ever had was on the GameCube. It was Double Dash. And I would always play as like the Koopa Troopas, the red one with the wings and then the green one. And also the baby Luigi and I think Big Luigi or Yoshi. Okay. Those are always my go-to.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I like choosing the weirder characters. Like I would play as Waluigi. Like he used to be my main, and before that, when I was even younger, it was Luigi because I always liked like the green, and I liked. Yeah, I never really got green. Mario. I always let my brother Joshua play Mario.
I like the green. Like if I don't do Toad, I'm gonna do one of the babies, and it's usually Luigi. Mm-hmm. Or like that's weird. Or I'll choose Shy Guy. It's like always like the small looking ones.
Yeah, you like the little tiny ones. You like going zoom fast.
Yeah, and like cart or bike for you.
Oh, I've gotten so used to using the bike because like the only way I get to play that game is doing the demo at Target. So because I don't have any of the newer systems. But yeah. So at the store at least. I do like the Hyrule bike, Link's bike, with the little, I think it's the retro tires with the white and the red rims. And then I use the Beaver glider because, Team Beaver all the way. All
right. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely a bike. You can like glide better, drift. Yeah.
You can drift better. The standard car, like freaking like you slide, dude. It's like doesn't matter what wheels you have.
Yeah.
So I got good at doing that because I play against Molly all the time at, like I said, Target. And that's like one of those things that she can get so close to beating me, but I always come back and I beat her. Like Mario Kart has always kind of been one thing that I've been consistently good at or whatever. Yeah, and it's like something I pride myself on. And whenever I do lose or whatever, it's like I want to go home.
Like when you lost against me at Best Buy.
Oh yeah. My controller was deficient.
Shut the fuck up. I literally offered you the better controller.
It was sticky.
And then
I had
look
sticky
at you.
controls.
Excuses.
Sometimes, the controls are messed up because the little kids are greasy hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the only time you ever beat me at Mario Kart, so...
That's bullshit.
I come into your own house and destroy you.
That is such bullshit.
Hey, I guess you remember it differently.
The lies.
There's no lying here.
Lies.
There's no lying.
Anything else in the games?
For game related? I guess I'll just get this out of the way. I played Fortnite for like 5 hours last night trying to get one freaking win with my new cool skin. And I couldn't, and I was pissed off. And because like, I guess it's been out for so long that everybody's just so good at building and like shooting and stuff because that's all they do or whatever. I'm trying to think of the equivalent to that when I was like younger and played video games. I guess maybe it was a Call of Duty game,
Mm-hmm.
because like you just get to a certain point where it's just like you're so good. Like,
Modern Warfare 2. At
yeah,
least
for
for
me,
me.
I think it was Black Ops 2 maybe,
Yeah,
or
or
Modern
that
Warfare
game.
3. It was like one of those games where just like I was just so good. Like I was that annoying kid that would just keep
Mm.
spawn killing you or
Yeah.
whatever because I had
Yeah.
learned the spawn points because I had played so much. Oh, and Halo 4 online, I think I was super super good at. Like I'd go to parties or whatever and people would want to stop playing because I kept headshotting them with a DMR because that was like a game I was super good at. And even Fortnite for a bit I was good at like early on because I had played it enough and there was just like a bunch of dumb kids who didn't really have how to play, I guess, and people who thought they were really good but like just they didn't have the right strategies or they didn't know how to combat certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know if it's just like because I've fallen off and I haven't played for a while at certain points or whatever, and I come back to the game. But yeah, and so then I woke up today and I played for 2 more hours, and I finally got a win. And I was like, all right, I'm good, I'm good, I got it. After with that like just the sniper kills, I got 4, and then I made it to the win. And I was like, dope, killing those soccer skins, dude, those sweaty kids.
They should make a game mode where like you could only have like the max mats is like 50 just to get like certain chests, but like the main point is just to shoot
That'd be dope,
and no building,
cause then I'd win.
It'd be like
I'd win every time.
cool. It'd be
Yeah.
like a totally different game.
I've totally thought about that too. Like, but instead of having like 50 mats or 100 mats or whatever, you would have mats as in building materials. You just have 0. But then it'd be like there are some choking
Chests,
points
yeah,
and
that you
like
can't get.
yeah. But I don't know. You look at the map and the game would play totally differently.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah. So I think that's the video game portion of the podcast. I had something. I want to jump to movies real quick because I
Okay.
saw a movie. Have you ever seen? I saw it on Hulu, I think, and it's also on Amazon Prime if you have that. I think it's called Annihilation. It's with Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac. It's a sci-fi movie. It came out like two or a year or two ago. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll just like say my quick thoughts and my piece on it or whatever.
All right.
You should totally watch it. It's a super like compelling, interesting movie. It's a movie that I watched, and when I finished, there was a towards the end or whatever. It's like, oh my, like what is this experience or whatever? And it just keeps going, and it doesn't stop until the movie's over. And it's
Okay.
like, what the heck did I just watch? And you feel like I felt. I've looked at different reviews of the movie or whatever, different YouTubers who review movies, and it was like all different. And I could relate at some points with what they were talking about, but for me, when the movie ended, I felt unsettled. Like I felt uh, maybe a little disturbed.
Oh
It,
damn.
it
Okay.
was like whoa, because like it makes you think about a bunch of things, and like all these different reviewers like got something different from the movie but could also see how other people reach their conclusions and like their thoughts about it or whatever. It's just an interesting movie to talk about, and it's like it brings up interesting ideas and theories about life and how you could view like what evil is. Like, is evil because it's different, or is it because we don't understand the methods, or is it because we view it as threatening to us for whatever reason or whatever? And it's just, I don't know, interesting things. It's called Annihilation. Go check it out, seriously, if you haven't. It was a movie that I kept wanting to go see, or pull the trigger to see, and one
Mhm.
night I finally did, and I watched it, and it was just like, whoa, it was a ride. A bunch of good actors and actresses. It's about a group of female scientists going into this like ground zero for this weird alien bubble that just formed on Earth, and they don't know what's going on or whatever. So they go in to try and investigate, and it's a wild ride, and it's super cool. Scary points, super tense points.
Mm.
Like I said, it makes you think. It's a sci-fi, it's science fiction movie, but like I don't know. It made me think for a while, and like I saw it really late at night, so I fell asleep afterwards and had a nightmare about it.
Oh no.
But yeah, one of the like I don't know cooler movies. It was a nice break from like stupid. No, well, superhero movies to me aren't stupid like Marvel movies, but like I don't know. Whenever I watch a movie, it's usually because I just want to like watch something lighthearted and funny while I eat some food or something. But that was a good movie that to like just sit down and like watch and like take it in, and it was like, damn, that was a good movie. So yeah, that was my piece. That was a
I
good
know.
movie.
I was looking it up when you were talking about it because I can't remember titles. So I was like, maybe I
Yeah.
have watched it, but no, I haven't.
Um,
Speaking of things to watch, have you seen the new season of Riverdale?
no, Molly keeps talking about it, and it's like, uh, I told her last night because we were skating around or whatever. But I was like, I don't know if I have any guilty pleasures, but I think that counts for me because it's trash TV and I hate
It
it. It
is.
goes against every single thing that I stand for, kind of. But it's like, why do I keep like wanting to watch it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't started watching season 3 or whatever because it's on Netflix now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
it
started
so
watching
is.
it, but I want to because it is one of those things where it's just like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
I know exactly. I didn't want to start it, but then
Yeah,
like I
that's
just got
where I'm at
stuck in a
right
hole,
now.
and then I finished it last night, and wow. I mean, I'm not even like I just want to see the next season.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because Molly's over it or whatever. She's like, Sabrina is so much better. Like
Sabrina. Oh, I see
Teenage
that.
Witch or
Yeah.
whatever, that new like reboot or whatever.
Yeah, it's a good
And I
show.
was like, yeah, no, I hate it. I can't like I
It's,
can
like,
watch
stupid.
Riverdale, but I can't watch Sabrina.
Oh, are we talking about Sabrina or Riverdale now?
Both.
Oh, God, I'm gonna say that Riverdale's like stupid, and I don't even know how to explain it, but yet you still like it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I like the setting and the color schemes,
yeah,
and the characters are cool.
I really like
sometimes.
this new season because of the story. I can't really think of how to say it without spoiling it.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
they
don't
like
spoil.
relate life to something else, and it's like a cool like it makes you like think of things different. Like I was thinking of literally Riverdale when you were talking about that movie and like you think of things.
Sci-fi masterpiece, Riverdale.
I kind of turned. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, everybody pulls different things from it.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, like, now I'm gonna be looking for that whenever I go watch it. It's like, how can I like what
But then
life-changing
like you
like
could also think about it and be like, this is just a stupid like story
yeah.
line.
I
but
always like looking deeper into movies and TV shows for like a deeper meaning.
mhm.
Same with music. So I mean, maybe not with Riverdale, but I guess now I'll look for something. But yeah, I totally wish like we grew up in like a town like that though, where it's like you have a diner that everybody goes to and hangs out
Mhm.
at. It's like all these really nice houses and buildings or whatever, an older
Mhm.
looking school. I don't know. It's just like it makes me feel
Fucking
weird though, because it's like why do I want to be a
gangs.
high school? Gays?
Gangs.
Oh, gangs. Yeah.
Gangs. The gangs.
And the gays. There's some gay people on that show.
There is.
Yeah. My Sims character looks like one of them.
What's the plural form of octopus?
Octopi. Did I get it?
Serious? No.
What is it? Octopussies? What is it?
Oh, it's octopuses. Octopuses.
Why did you just want me to look dumb? Or like, why did you ask that?
Because at work,
I'm editing this out.
we were talking. Don't even edit it.
I edit sometimes.
on
I get the final say because it comes through me.
on work. At work. Oh my god. There's yeah, we just started talking about it. My boss was like, "What's the plural form?" I was like, "It's octopuses." She's like, "I thought it was octopi." I was like, no.
I'm pretty sure that
And
came from a
then
joke, and then
she,
it's just kind of stuck with
and
people.
then she started asking this other cook who's like, same age as her, like a mom, older.
Yeah, mommy.
She's like, octopi. And I was like, no. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? And then she asked another MIT who's even like 50s. He's
Okay.
like, octopus? I was like, no, but what's the plural form? He was like, octopus. He's like, wait, no, octopi. And I was like, no, what is wrong with y'all? And then she's like, Bev's like, come on. And she asked Siri, and Siri's like, octopuses. And then Bev starts laughing. She's like, why is it funny now that I'm saying it? I was like, I don't know. And then she looks it up even more, but like some people call it octopi, but it's
Okay,
not
that goes into like a
correct-
conversation of like, at what point does it change because more
people are just changing it in their head.
Yeah. What point does like the correct term become incorrect because it becomes like
It's
lesser
like
known?
it's like when twerking became a word in the dictionary just because so many people like it became a word.
Well, that's different because like this is like a misunderstanding of like what was actually an established thing, but like the masses kind of like changed it because it changed because their understanding of it wasn't correct.
I think there was also like some people do call it like the Greek form or some shit like that, just like a different language. So like it's correct, but like for here it's
For here, it's
not.
wrong. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
But that's funny. I don't know. It's just funny to me because I never thought it was octopi.
Yeah, I could see how it could just be octopus, because
No.
like the plural form of Lego is just Lego, and
I
there's
like how you use that as an example when like there's other animals.
well,
that
yeah.
The plural form.
Well, what's another animal?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what we talked about,
All right.
but it's like
deer.
yeah,
Like
but
all those deer.
there's a specific one. I don't know why I'm trying to go to that.
Bird.
But yeah, isn't like bison? Because you don't say bisons.
Bison. Yeah, bison's another one.
Yeah, I think that's the one we referenced.
So octopus could be octopus, octopi, and octopuses. I'm glad we reached this conclusion. Okay. So I had like an actual like, not that that wasn't an actual question, but this one I'm interested to hear your take. I think I already know the answer, but do you say you meet somebody and like you know them for them or whatever, but then you learn more about them, like you learn about their family and the way their family lives or whatever, does that change the way you think about that person? Like what I wrote down here is, do you judge someone based off their family, siblings, parents, way of life, etica, etc., etc.?
Oh, I'm not gonna. So I'm thinking of like one thing in specific because, okay, I'm not gonna judge them. Like I know their character. Like obviously I knew them before like whatever the hell their family's about.
Sure.
So like I would stay to that, but like I've had people like open up to me about like family issues and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then it makes me realize like, okay, well, maybe that's why they're like this or like more sensitive or something like that.
Yeah.
So then I take that into consideration, like in count, like I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So that aspect it kind of changes of like my way of thinking, only because I know where like they're coming from if it's like a bad thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. Like but I'm not gonna like completely look at them. Like say if a
Differently.
family member did something crazy, or if I don't believe what they believe or something like that,
Sure.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna think that they're gonna follow in the footsteps and like
You
completely.
won't automatically, like, not even like a small part of you will think that.
I would like it would be in the back of my mind, but I'm not gonna like.
Let it alter the way you see that person. Okay, that's fair. That's kind of what I assumed you would say.
All right.
But yeah, because like the example in my head was like you meet a that's for the example, I guess, a girl or whatever, and you're like, oh, she's kind of cool or whatever, and you kind of get to know her, and you find out that you know of her family because of how trashy her family is, like in terms of drugs and like a certain lifestyle. That like, would that change the way like, oh man, are you like that or whatever? I guess like it, you can't like have that long of a relationship with this person. So like you have a basis off of them to go off of, like saying, oh, they're not really like them or whatever, they're different. But yeah, like say you don't really know them that well, and then you learn that or whatever, they come from a family that like is okay with a bunch of kind of not good things.
Yeah, if I don't know them that well, it would probably be in my head that like, yeah, they're gonna.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just how it is. That's like just any taking something and like evaluating it and like breaking it down.
Yeah.
It's just a person, though. It's like looking at a picture and be like, all right, tell me what type of things they use to like create this, or like the shading and all that. It's like all the components, but you're just doing it about a person.
But ultimately, they're an individual who can make their own choices or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can take pieces from that. Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Because then again, they're growing up in that environment, so.
Yeah. And people like don't always reflect what the environment they come out of. Sometimes they're the total opposite because they learn from the mistakes of their older people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But sometimes they follow in the footsteps.
They completely like
so.
Mimic, yeah.
So I think it's just something like exactly you should just keep it in the back of your mind, but see where they take their route, I guess.
Ultimately, like, don't forget about that, but also like continue to stay just as open to that person until you know for sure,
Yeah.
and you can make an educated decision
Yeah.
on whether you want to maintain a relationship with this person.
Oof.
All right, cool. There's something I thought about after
Interesting.
some stuff happened this week.
Oh no.
I just keep getting shit on.
Seriously, I was gonna say any personal.
You're like any
anything
specific
behind
reason why
this?
that came
Yeah.
up? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Different direction than video games and movies.
I mean, that's fine. That's where our mind goes.
Yeah.
Is it like a friend?
Kind of, yeah. It was kind of like a friend, somebody who needed a ride, and then we were just talking in their car because I didn't really know them too well, and I dropped them off at their house. I'm like, by the way, like, I'm related to these people, and it's like, oh, what? But yeah, okay. It's like I don't know. It's kind of weird because I guess for me, I want the best for somebody, and usually what I view as the best isn't what somebody else would view as the best or whatever. I think a lot of people would see me as like controlling or whatever, kind of like how like not like on the same level, but just to give like some sort of terms or whatever, or help people understand or whatever. But it's kind of like how people view conservative Republicans or whatever, saying how they want to control women's bodies and their choice to abort babies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like it's my body, I should be able to choose what I want to do or whatever. I totally lost where I was going from that, but it's kind of like that dynamic or whatever. People might view me as similar or whatever because I don't know, I've had a bunch of friends who have been younger than me, and I kind of like taking on a mentor role or a guiding role because I feel like I've been through a lot of stuff and I have a lot to say that could help somebody prevent making the same mistakes that I did or whatever when I was like younger. And they don't always, people don't always take your advice, but those that do, are appreciative. And even those who don't, some of them aren't glad that like, someone cares or whatever enough to say, mm-hmm. but I'm still going to, do whatever and learn myself. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But I don't know. I just kind of like want the best for people, even though if my best isn't exactly what they'd want or whatever. I feel like a dad sometimes, and it's annoying because I've always been that way. And like I've had one particular ex, and one ex in particular or whatever, who like I was super hard with that or whatever, like heavy-handed when it came to stuff like that. Like you shouldn't do this stuff or whatever for this reason or whatever, and that like caused a big divide in the relationship. And it makes sense because of like, who am I to tell you like to do something a certain way? And I've kind of grown from that to like not be so pushy and just kind of be like, hey, like, don't do this because people might think this in return or whatever, or you might feel this way about it later on in life.
I get that.
Yeah, like then, looking out for these people or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm not really like that as much anymore. But it is something that's always in the back of my head because I was like that for so long.
So like relationship wise. Like, if you're going to date this person.
I'm single. I'm not going to date this person.
No, not that person. If you're going to date someone and they do something that you don't like,
mm-hmm.
are you going to, like, mention it?
Well, I mean, like
are
wouldn't it be dishonest to, like, not mention it?
Okay, because just on, like, my end, if they do something, like, I don't like, and, like, it's part of them, it's part of their life,
Yeah.
I'm just, like, not going to talk to them because that's not the person, like, you fell for
or whatever.
Yeah, that's not something I like. So, but I'm not gonna sit there and be like, hey, I don't like it.
What you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like play it off. I'm like, that's not the person, and like keep going.
That makes sense.
Because like me, I don't like smoking. I don't like any of that.
Yeah.
So if they do it, it's like, not for me.
Yeah.
We'll find someone else. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That's smart. I like that. But I really want to let them hear it, No, I'm kidding.
I want to hear. I want them to know they're wrong.
Yeah. I want to tell them to their face that everything they're doing is wrong.
But it's not in their head,
Yeah,
because like it's just our opinion.
Yeah, and I kind of hate that growing up because you do start forming your own opinions or whatever, and I feel like it closes you off to so many like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like trying to stay open-minded, but sometimes it's hard because there are I do have core beliefs about some things, and it's just I just can't agree with some stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's annoying because I know other people are like that too, but other people aren't as willing to change or like even, you know,
Even to see from their perspective,
yeah,
like, yeah.
I can't think of the word, but yeah, like yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Which is like kind of crazy that we just kind of like develop our own, like, this is wrong,
We
this is
we
right.
become individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rather just being open-minded.
That's one of my favorite things about watching people grow up. Like not only like people our age who we grew up with, but like my friend Danley, he had a younger sister that whenever me and Danley became friends in middle school, she was like in kindergarten, but now she's in 7th grade now. And it's like you see people just grow up into this person or whatever, and they have their own identities and they become individuals, and they think for themselves or whatever. And it's just interesting to talk to them, knowing that they used to be such a small, squishy, stupid kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just something completely different, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's, now I'm understanding, like, oh, I'm getting so old, dude. Now I'm understanding, like, whenever relatives see you or whatever, it's like, oh, you gotten so
God.
big or whatever, and they ask you questions because they're actually curious of, like, what does this person think? This
Yeah.
person I've, knew since they were a little baby or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of that, I'm getting so old. I'll like, so people at work, we have like kids, they're in high school, or like we call them kids because the things they do is like crazy. And like in my head, or like another coworker would be like, why are they thinking like that? What are they doing? And I'm just like, they're kids. But then I'm thinking like in my head, like, am I not? Like I'm considered a kid to other people. So it's like weird for me to be like, they're just kids.
There's
like,
kids who call me kid, dude.
I don't know. And then in my head, I was just like, wow, shit, I'm getting old. But then also there's people that are like, hell no, you're not old at all,
Yeah. I mean, usually someone's doing something stupid or like, actually wrong or incorrect or whatever. I don't think they're just young and stupid. I think they're just stupid. Because whenever I was young, I think I didn't.
But being young goes along with being stupid.
You're just
no matter how smart you think you are. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I was always very smart and intelligent. So I don't know, maybe on your boat.
But no, there's like certain decisions that would not be the same.
I get what you mean though, because sometimes like I know. Okay, so in high school or whatever, where I made choices with relationships where it's just like now looking back, it's like, what the heck was I thinking, dude? Like, why would I do that? Oh, and it's the theme of like self-destruction or whatever. And in Annihilation, they talk about that theme of like humanity is just like programmed to self-destruct or whatever. And it's just one of those themes that they go on in personal lives and in like the big grand scheme of things or whatever. How people are prone to self-destructive tendencies, whether it's like drinking alcohol or doing drugs or blowing money and cash and stuff. And last night, like whenever I watched the movie, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I can kind of apply that stuff I've done already. But last night when I was skating with Molly, I got so mad at like when I was skating because I couldn't go over a curve or whatever. And I was like, I do this so much. And then like I fell down and hit my elbow really hard. And I was like, all right, I've had enough. So I took my board and I smashed it in half. And then afterwards I did. And then I just like laid on the concrete and I looked up and I was like, dude, this is like my self-destructive thing or whatever, because like, yeah, I was mad in the moment, but I broke my board and now I don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I have to go buy another one if I actually do want to. And it's just like, if I would have just cooled off or whatever, or like been like, okay, maybe like think about it and fix the problem or whatever that I was having, I'd still have a board and I would have grown from that in a different direction, a more positive direction.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, oh, now I have to like buy a new board and a new deck and stuff. And
damn.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, dude, that movie, like legit, if you have, like, go watch it because it's, I might be pulling like a lot more than most people will pull from it, because like the movie, whenever it came out in theaters, it didn't get a good reception because people don't like thinking. They like having things be told to them or whatever. Like, this is how you should think about this ending of the movie, and this is what actually happened. That's why like these, on YouTube or whatever, all these like things like what happened and like what this ending meant, or like what the post-credits ending means or whatever. That's why those videos on YouTube are so popular, because people can't come to their own conclusions on their own. They have to be told what what's happening or whatever. Yeah. And it says a lot about our society and humanity as a whole right now, and how we're just stupid apes or whatever. And nobody thinks for themselves anymore.
I mean, yeah, I know we've talked about it so much, but yeah, literally nobody thinks for themselves.
Yeah, and it annoys me because those videos, it's like, whenever I watch them, I usually watch them because I'm interested in whatever topic they're talking about. But it's like, I don't agree with that at all. Like, I see where you're coming from, but it's like such a stretch. Or it is like, okay, yeah, that was obviously like the conclusion they wanted you to think or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why did you have to make a video about it? But then I look and it has like 3.5 million views.
I like reading comments though, because even on like music videos, there's like always comments that like, really, I perceive it like this way, and they have a whole story
Well,
for it.
music's different,
And
I
it's,
think,
like,
because
pretty
it's up
cool.
to your own interpretation. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like artists, like whenever I try to write stuff, um, it's like I do have a thing that I'm trying to get across, but if somebody else like read the lyrics or like listened to a song maybe I make in the future, it's like they could perceive it differently and apply it to their own lives. And that's what I like about music so much, is that
Yeah.
because you can do it. It is flexible. And like a
Mhm.
meaning for a song that you listen to when you're in middle school could change completely when you're in college.
Definitely, yes.
So yeah.
But kind of the same aspect of like any of a movie. Literally, it could be however way you perceive it. Mm-hmm.
I nodded.
Mm-hmm. I gotta apply video.
Yeah. I think we're slowly getting
Monday.
to that point. We're taking baby steps because like I keep adding more and more like imagery to the podcast episodes, whether it's like a short video clip or like pictures. So it's kind of like we're taking baby steps to like
Yeah.
recording video, and it's exciting. I'm
Yeah,
excited
and
for
even
what
if
happens next.
yeah, I want to like just record something. It doesn't even have to be Planet Pariah related.
Yeah, I've been
Just,
thinking
like,
of ideas for my personal channel that
just,
we don't have because my face will not be shown there. So don't go and look.
But your face is found.
Who found it?
Dude, literally, if you just go under followers, who's following our...
Why would you say that?
Because...
There's other Noahs out there?
I was told, yeah.
Oh, was it a lizard?
Yeah.
Damn it. Rookie
But
mistake.
yeah, that's the thing.
I'm unfollowing. Whatever. Damn it. That's not how I look. That's my brother. I don't know where to go from there. You gotta carry me to the finish line here.
Okay, let me
My
look.
week's been so shit, and now I hear that.
Oh my god, I had the worst fucking dream. Let me just say this. Like, you know, you have those dreams, but you can feel it in real life too. Like the feeling of like, see, this dream was like guilt and like, what am I gonna do?
Oh,
with my
when you
life?
wake up and the emotions you felt are carried over.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel
But
those
like,
all the
even
time.
in the dream, I feel it because I know what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm just thinking it and like it's happening. It's being a dream, you know.
Yeah.
Ew. So all of a sudden, I have this real detailed, big ass dog head of a tattoo on my arm, and it's like my whole arm. My whole arm. It's like my right arm that I've never I don't have any tattoo on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ew. Like, why is it there? You know, it's this detail. He has blue eyes. It's a black dog, and also it looks like your dog, Epo, almost, but it's like furrier, right?
Broken spine.
No. And then I'm like, God, what am I gonna do? And then I see my other arm with the tattoo on it already, and I had this huge ass wolf head tattoo, and it's above my tattoo. So I have like a moon on my arm. It's like the top of my tattoo, and the wolf's claw. There's like a claw, and it was like grabbing my moon, and then the head was above it, and it just looks so disgusting. And it filled like my whole upper part of my arm, you know. And then on my other arm, I have a fucking dog, and they're both super detailed and big and dark. And in my head, I'm just like, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, like people are seeing it, and then it's just like, why? Like, why would you get two different, like a dog and then like another dog, you know?
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, am I gonna laser this? And I'm gonna go through like that many years of like just getting it lasered because it's just fades and fades and fades and the pain, or am I just gonna live with these fucking dogs on my arm? And I woke up and I looked at my arm and I was like, oh shit, thank God.
It's like relief.
Yes. But literally the pain, like my mind was so like, why did I do this? And I hated that.
Yeah. One of the first times I had a dream like that I can remember was in 6th grade when it was like kind of like my first girlfriend. No. It was like the girl that I had my first kiss with, that girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a dream that I walked in a room and she was making out with one of my friends. And then I was like, what the heck? And I felt like so angry and mad or whatever. And I woke up, I thought it was real, and I sent her a text saying, "Why would you do that?" or whatever. And then she sent back a response saying, "What?" And I was like, "Why would you kiss this person or whatever? Like, I know all about it." And she's like, "What do you mean? I don't even talk to this person."
Oh
And
my
I was
god.
like, "You tell me it was a dream?" And she was like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about." And I was like, "Oh, my bad."
Oh my god. No, no, no. No.
I was convinced, dude. I was like, "That's a memory. That ain't a dream." So I can see the future, damn it. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I still think about it. Pretzel.
Freaking pretzel.
Well, it's raining now.
Oh, I thought your dad was watering the plants.
The rain has came. It's hot outside. Then it feels nice because then the rain's gonna come. So it's nice and windy, but then the rain
It felt
comes.
like fall, and I was in love.
And then the rain comes, but then now
And
it's
it
just
feels
gonna be
disgusting.
humid and
And
ugly.
you feel like you're melting, and you look like you're melting because the drops of water are coming off your face and all over your body.
Gotta love Texas.
The older I get, the more it's like, why don't I just move?
Do it, I dare ya.
I'm gonna move up north, and I'll never come back, and I'll find a cave, and I will live there for the rest of my life, dreaming of women.
Do it.
Every podcast we talk about girls.
You.
I bring it up.
Hey, when you sneeze, do you sneeze like once or is it multiple times?
Once. I ain't no weirdo.
Okay, so I know I do once, right? At most, maybe two.
Ooh. When I used to have really bad allergies before I did like the whole therapy stuff, there were times when in the morning when in the shower I would sneeze like 10 times in a row, and
Holy
like
shit.
I'd have
Okay.
to sit down and catch my breath afterwards.
Okay. The most I've ever sneezed in a row is two. Just two.
Yeah.
And like that's like normal. So
Mm-hmm.
I have like every time somebody sneezes around me and they sneeze more than like twice,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like always so curious. Like I always ask them. I was like,
fake.
have you always sneezed that many times, like
Or
in a
do
row?
you grow into it?
Or like what happens? Like how, you know? Like I don't get it. 'Cause when I know I'm gonna sneeze, I know it's gonna be once or twice.
Mhm.
That's it. But these people, they know it's gonna be like 4 times
always
or
old
5
people.
times. So that's crazy to me. And then also, I wonder what we felt like in our minds when we had our first sneeze and we're like aware of it.
I cried. I thought I died.
I wish I had that memory.
I thought my brain exploded and it came out as air through my nose. And I was scared.
Imagine what we thought.
Imagine, like, think, I miss the feelings of the first time you experience certain things. Like, the first time I played Skyrim was, like, an amazing feeling or whatever. It was, like, there's this open world. And because that was, like, one of the first games that was like that I played. Where it was, like, I can do all these quests and I can go anywhere. Like, I see that mountain, I can climb it. Whoa. And it was just, like, this certain feeling I got the first time listening to certain music albums all the way through. It was like, man, I get these feelings from these songs that I might feel in like a fleeting feeling every once in a while now. Like if I listen just to that one song or just to that album all the way through. But you can't really recapture that feeling anymore. And I wish you could. I wish you could like turn it back on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were just some movie moments or whatever, like an Endgame.
Oh yeah.
Like that I wish I could just go back and like watch it for the first time over again and experience.
it.
Yeah. So and I wish. Yeah, I've never thought about that, but yeah, it would be cool to go back and experience certain life moments that you are for the first time or whatever.
Like, do you remember the first time bathing on your own?
Okay, well, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about like
that's crazy though.
My first splinter or something.
Yeah, or like I don't know.
Or the first time I saw a homeless person.
First
what
time
did I
you
think?
walk.
First time you walk? Yeah, I wonder. Did you think like, yeah, this is awesome? I'm so much higher off the ground. Or, like, where you just, like, yeah, time to evolve.
Or you know how you're a baby and you can't really see until a certain age?
I was able to see 2020.
It's all, like, blurry. Shut up. I wonder, like, the first thing you saw, like, clearly.
My dad.
I don't know. It's cool shit.
Probably saw the floor whenever they dropped me.
Maybe that's why I remember so much. Or, like, you remember, like, your parents telling you what your first word is, and so you remember it. Because it's like, wow, okay, I don't remember that.
Well, your memories are just you remembering the last time you remembered something.
Well, yeah.
It's just copies. You're just copying and pasting over and over again until you forget it. Or until you die. Until you have a system error and your brain turns off and you're dead. Dude, and in that movie Annihilation, they also talk about cells and how you get older. How you reach a certain point of your life, and then your body just starts killing itself.
You should try to get a sponsor from them. You really like that movie.
No, it's just such a good movie, dude. Go watch it. Especially you. If you know my face, go watch it. Stupid jerks. I'm so upset, dude. That was so dumb. What a rookie mistake.
You're so dumb. Literally, when she told me that, I was like, why would he follow it on his own account?
It's fine. It's fine. She was going to know eventually anyways.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And it's not like it's going to be a big reveal for like 100 people. It's going to be for like 10.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hey, that is not the energy.
I've been having negative energy all week. I do not care. This is the most positive I've been all week, honestly. It's because I got to talk about a movie.
Not the energy to have. And at least 2 people will
The
hear about it.
The just do it mentality died last week, and it was replaced by negative energy, and that's... I've been eating Cheez-Its and Frosted Cheerios for a freaking week and drinking water until I die.
Wow. Until you die?
The
Noah diet. I think,
I am surprised that I am bringing this much energy to the podcast because of how my week has gone and how I've been all week.
There's charts of like... I'm like on a totally different level. There's like...
Yeah, I know. It's kind of annoying me.
There's charts of like, you know, like what your dog can eat human food wise.
Grapes,
what your
chocolate,
dog
yeah.
shouldn't eat.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's gonna be like the dog diet, like for humans.
Oh my god! Yeah, there totally is.
Like that's
already.
gonna be a trending diet.
Sometimes I do the cat diet,
dog
where it's just
diet.
tuna.
You know, because like you have to make all this food yourself, and you
Yes.
like meats and like greens.
What
like-
diets have you tried? Have you tried any diets?
I've
I've only ever done one, I think, and it was kind of like
Which-
I modified it to my understanding, and it was like the
Yeah,
keto diet
I was about to say that
because
Yeah.
everybody does it, but like I actually did it, so
Mhm.
or like I did it my way. Basically, what I did was I just cut out all carbs and all like synthetic sugars. So if it's like sugar from fruit and stuff, it's fine.
Mhm.
But like all I would eat was just like meat, rice, and fruit. And then like I'd have one cheat day a week, and then I'd fast sometimes too.
Mhm.
And I lost a bunch of weight that way.
Yeah.
And I got way too bony. And
I've fasted, yeah, because of like all that. Have we talked about it? Of, like how good it is for your brain?
no, I don't think we have.
Oh,
If we have, I forgot because
like,
I don't fast. And my brain hurts.
restarts your brain. I don't know how to explain it.
I just know
But-
that there's tons of different diets, and some people, you know, they work for some people and some don't
Oh,
work
yeah.
for some people. So like I don't know, you just kind of find what works for you and you go with it, and like it'll have different effects on everybody, and everybody's bodies are different. So
Mhm.
whatever you hear on this podcast, do not take it, you know, at face value or whatever. Do your
Oh,
own
yeah.
research and do your own stuff. Don't hurt your body.
Oh, yeah.
Be healthy, be happy, and live
It's
a good
really
life.
cool to like figure out what you, like your body.
How it reacts to certain
Yeah,
things.
and,
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
Oh, and like when you find that actual like good spot of like, okay,
Your G spot.
this is how I should no,
Oh.
this is how I should be like or eating or doing and blah blah blah.
Like this makes my body feel good.
Yeah, because it's literally different for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, all I need is water and rice and,
I thought you said all you
Different
needed
meats.
was pizza, Oreos, and water.
well, if I wanted choices. But literally all I would need is a mango, a chicken, some rice, and water, and I'd be good for life.
All the vegans going crazy.
I don't give a damn.
I don't either. Oh my god.
Are you
I hate-
serious?
No,
I
no,
was
no,
joking.
no. I hate the people that like shame other people.
I just hate people. But
Like that's not the way you get somebody to like.
to like listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you actually know vegans? I know. I think I know one
yeah, I
person. I
do.
think she's still vegan. Wait, no. She went vegan for a couple days, and she realized how hard it was, and so she went back to being a vegetarian.
No,
But yeah, she's
I know-
vegetarian.
I know
Vegetarians
a
are
couple.
cool. I like vegetarians. I could not be vegan, but I think I could be vegetarian.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
it's very easy this time in this day and age.
Yeah, like that burger that I want us to try.
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't even know if they have it over here yet. It might, because I know more places are getting it.
Interesting.
Because
See, I
like,
never thought, because you mentioned it as Burger King. I never thought it was like sold in places like that. I thought it was
dude,
like,
that product has blown up because like the Burger King initially, and then other places got it, and then investors went crazy because they realized how big of a thing this is, and so
mhm.
they dumped so much money into it. So now it's becoming a huge thing,
I picture it as like
and the
the
production is
grocery
going up.
store, like
Oh, you can probably
HEB.
buy. Yeah, you can buy in the grocery store too, I think.
What the hell? Why don't we just do that?
Well, I want like Burger King. I don't want Burger King, but like, it's coming to. I think it's going to Wendy's now too.
Mm.
So
Speaking of Wendy's, I was passing by because literally it's right there on the highway or our road, the bridge, whatever.
it's close by.
I don't want to say where we live anyway. I mean, people already fucking. Anyways,
People already know my face.
if they
so
listen, then they would know where we live.
I don't even know what's going on. Please don't shoot us.
There's a big sticker. It's like we DoorDash now, and it's
Oh
like
yeah.
whoa. And then we're talking about work today, and there's people like I work at a pizza place where we deliver. But we
Yeah.
have people come in for Favor or DoorDash that are getting pizzas, picking them up and going to giving it to somebody.
Is it cheaper that way?
And it's like, what? And I think it's also like some areas we don't deliver to.
Oh,
But
that's
also
true. Yeah.
still, I don't know. And then I asked the girl and I was like, so how do you like it? She's like, honestly, I just started, but it's really easy.
Dude,
Really,
it's blowing
really
up around
easy.
here.
And I was like, well, that's cool. You know, it is. It has blown up and it's like, it's a good thing, like way to get extra cash.
That's what I was gonna do before I started working for you guys as a delivery driver.
Why don't you do it now?
Yeah, there's no reason why I can't.
Yeah, exactly. You literally get paid the day of cash out.
I just know because there's
I
that
think.
grocery shopping one too or whatever. I forget what it's called, but everybody has like those green shirts. Every time I go to HEB, I see 3. That's how popular it is or whatever. But I know it's a congested market too because there can only be so many like people ordering or whatever.
Yeah, because even at HEB itself, the HEB employees can do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because all these companies are trying to capitalize on it and like keep the money with them as opposed to like sharing it. Because money, greed.
But no, yeah, it's we have somebody at work that does it. He's like, Kyle's crazy. Like he's showing me all the different areas, and Kyle's like, Kyle's one of the biggest of like a delivery range.
Oh.
And then also like, and then my boss was like, because people in Kyle are all lazy and and they don't want to do anything. And I was like, you know, that's true.
Dude, and half of them don't have the money for this crap, but they do it. I hate people who freaking spend money they don't have. Because they're not only ruining their lives, but they're ruining the lives of people around them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There was one house that I delivered to at least like once every time I worked. So like I'd work in segments of like 2 or 3 days or whatever. So like probably twice a week. Twice a week I delivered to this house. There was 3 different people. I think they were all brothers, but they all lived in the same house and they would all order similar orders or whatever. So I'd be like, oh, which brother's gonna answer? Is it gonna be the big one with the gold chain, the little middle lanky one with the gold chain, or the shortest one who's like actually kind of nice? But like they'd all have like be blinged out and they'd answer the door or whatever. No tip ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're showing off all this
my
money, but you
God.
can't even tip your driver. Like, what the heck? Those people would make me upset. Like, I never expected to get money or whatever, but because like there's some people who it's like, I don't know what you're going through financially, but like you shouldn't order like this if you can't afford to tip or whatever. That's just my stance. But like if you live in a giant house or if you're gonna show up to the door with like all those gold chains and like rings and stuff, if you don't tip, it's just like, oh, you're a phony, dude.
Yeah. We've been having drivers get really mad lately if people are not tipping. But then again, it's like, you knew what the job was and you signed up for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's literally like just a chance. Like you're either going to get tipped or you're not.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
I mean, like, you also don't know how much you're going to get tipped, too. Like, there's people who would tip me. I think the lowest tip I ever got was 15 cents. And it was probably just to round out and even out their total or whatever. But then there's like, I'll never forget the dude who, like, tipped me $15 or whatever. Because I went to the door and he asked me questions. He asked me 3 questions. I don't remember the questions. But every time I got it right or whatever, they're, like, easy rhetorical questions. But he's like, oh, that's another $5 or whatever. And I ended up leaving with $15. And I was like, damn, dude, you're, like, generous. And after that, he never seemed that happy to see me again. So I don't know what happened. But, after that, it was just a consistent $10 every time I saw him. And I saw him a lot. So it's just like, you have people like that. And you have tons, like, more people who just don't tip or whatever. It's like, oh, it's fine. you have the people who like tip well, and it kind of balances out for me. Like I was never upset really. It was just kind of
Yeah.
like I was disappointed in the people.
Mhm.
So it's like I think it says a lot about a person
It
too.
does. It definitely does.
Their generosity.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
The people that literally sit down in a restaurant and like have a waiter doing all these things for you and you don't
Yeah.
tip.
And
God.
usually the people who don't tip are also the ones that'll complain the loudest too.
Yeah.
And it reflects so much about your character. So tip well, everybody.
People.
If you're gonna go to a sit-down restaurant, tip well. If you're gonna order fast food and from like these like dining, these whatever Uber Eats or whatever, tip them well too.
Favor DoorDash.
Yeah. How much was I making at the place? Someone just texted me how much I made at that job that we were just talking about. That's so
Really?
random.
That's weird.
I'll have to send them a response. You might be getting a new hire or a new interview. I don't know. I'll let you know. Is this a good place to end?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, is there ever? Is there ever?
We could go on forever, or we could go on for 5 minutes. We should do a 5-minute episode one day.
We should just go live one day.
Yeah, let's talk about that after this. Okay, so this has been another episode of the Planet Pariah podcast, where we're supposed to remain anonymous, but I screwed that up a little bit. That's okay, though, because if you're listening to this in the future, you probably already know what they look like. What? I hate social media. But you should still check out ours. You can find it by searching Planet Pariah or Planet Pariah Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Be sure to like, subscribe, dislike if you'd like. Leave a comment, definitely. Let us know that we're not alone out here in the big void of space.
Dislike if you like.
If I didn't say it already, smack that bell notification. Smack it into the air. Beat that thing into submission. We want you to know every time this goes up so you listen or whatever. It feels good to, like, in the first hour seeing, like, 3 people listen to an episode or whatever. But those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those babies up.
But it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
We are.
All right, I'm leaving before we say anything stupid.
Adios.
I missed.
Oh.